you want to itch it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge you to walk your skinny white ass down that ramp right now. You better make it fast because I got a lot of women to cut and my time is very precious. I don't have time, Jeff Lewis, so get your punk ass down here right now.
And Jeff Lewis is right behind you, Murder One. And Shadow realizes first and foremost, pay attention, the one-man posse is actually Jeff Lewis. The Shadow and Murder One now going to town on Jeff Lewis. In comes Jason Blackman to even things up. And the bell has rung all of a sudden. I guess we got a sort of ad hoc tag match. God, I wish they'd tell me these things in advance. It looks like Jeff Lewis and Jason Blackman against Murder One and Shadow. Oh boy. Well, this Shadow's a piece of work. Short and stocky, but oh so powerful.
And there's a reversal. Lewis on drag takeover. Look of a clothesline by Jackson. High back body drop.
And Jeff Lewis tagging Jason Blackman. Powerful, oh, beautiful drop kicks, leveling Shadow. Blackman on top of the pin. Murder One pulls out the legs of Blackman. Jason Blackman, perhaps one of the most honored, actually one of the most incredible students of Rick Michaels' Wildside class. Strutting his stuff and one of the favorites here at the NWA Arena.
Lateral press by Jason Blackman.
And Jason Blackman's all very familiar with the Shadow from his days on Fabulous Friday nights here at the NWA Arena. But since Shadow's hooked up now with M1, man, it's a different Shadow entirely, and it's bad news.
It's been a whole new different type of party for Shadow Jackson. And I'm sure that party involves a lot of green smoke. We won't go into that.
I'll leave that one alone. Is that sort of like Muda's Green Mist? Is that?
Yeah, that's it.
The same concept?
You get it.
Motif? Got it. Now this is a tag team, and I don't think Lewis and Blackman even anticipated even tagging with each other here this evening.
Look at that. Sit out spine buster there by Shadow Jackson. Jackson rolls over the single leg Boston Crab.
Senior official Speedy Nelson in to make sure there's no submission right from Blackman. But Shadow's doing his best to just break the body of Jason Blackman in half, and so far is doing a very credible job. And tagged in for the first time in this matchup, the urban legend Murder One. And Jason Blackman meets up with a foot to the gut.
Blackman just getting it handed to him by the urban legend Murder One.
And nothing has been resolved at all between Murder One and Jeff Lewis. Murder One raises his hands in victory over a match with Jeff Lewis at Hardcore Hell 2003, which is available in Wildside home video.
Irish whip. Side slam there by Shadow Jackson.
Also in this edition of NWA Wildside, the new Wildside Tag Team Champions, Future Shock, will be seeing action, as well as what you heard last week, Rick Michaels laying down the law, a contenders match for Iceberg's World Heavyweight Championship, as David Young faces Hot Stuff Hernandez. Your main event this week on Wildside.
Murder One and Shadow Jackson 2-on-1 here on Jason Blackman. Double back elbow. And Murder One is in control here.
Boy, Jeff Lewis is going crazy trying to get tagged back in. Arrest that.
Irish whip into the far corner. Jason Blackman up. He's got Murder One. Murder One with an elbow reversal. Face first into the top turnbuckle. And there's the spinning Doja bomb.
Well, and Lewis in. Oh, just a nick of time. Swear Speedy Nelson's hand was going down with that third count.
Knee to the face by Jackson.
Which is rocking Jason Blackman in no uncertain terms. The team of Murder One and Shadow just doing quite a number on this ad hoc team of Jason Blackman and Jeff Lewis this week on Wildside.
Look at that power slam by Shadow Jackson.
Plenty of power in the upper body of Shadow. It's on display here this week here in Wildside. Bit of an unorthodox tag between the ropes.
And look at Murder One just choking out Jason Blackman.
Murder One and Shadow have been very successful in keeping Jason Blackman away from the tagging hands of Jeff Lewis.
Blackman caught Murder One there. Oh, and he caught a knee to the face as well.
Too much momentum from that in the ring acai moonsault. They got a face full of the Urban Legend's knee in the process.
Murder One with the blazing lariat. But Jason Blackman caught him with one of his own.
Leveling both competitors. Both guys need to get tagged. And Murder One tags up with Shadow. Ditto that, Jeff Lewis in with Shadow. One-man tag team, Jeff Lewis now doing a number on Murder One and Shadow. A lot of power and frustration festering in the body of Jeff Lewis. Finally getting his hands back on the Urban Legend.
Murder One goes to the outside. Jason Blackman follows suit. And look at Jeff Lewis now, lighting into Shadow Jackson on the inside of the ring. Reversal. Jason Blackman goes hard into the steps and subsequently into the guardrail.
Happily he glided over the steps, but he wasn't quite so lucky with that guardrail. And Shadow just clocking away Jeff Lewis.
Irish whip into the far corner.
Yeah, the velocity of that Irish whip too.
Oh my God! He just lit up a blunt and burned Jeff Lewis in the eye with it.
Good Lord! What was the purpose of that? Couldn't just defeat him in a wrestling match? Murder One? Good Lord! Put that, I guess what most of us would call like a little cigar, or blunt, I guess as they call it these days, right in the eye of Jeff Lewis.
That was despicable.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
And he was shotgunning it. How insulting.
I tell you, I knew smoking was a bad habit. It's got to now quite lethal consequences here. Murder One shoving a lit blunt into the left eye of Jeff Lewis. God. No athlete, even the most evil athlete of Wildside deserves that, but this is horrible. Oh, God.
Jeff Lewis just burnt with a blunt in his eye nonetheless.
Horrible. Folks, we'll be back with more NWA Wildside right after this, so hang with us. Gee.